Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica and I love to do a lot of dollar store makeup and shopping content. So if that is your thing, you are definitely in the right place. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. That way you don't miss a future upload and become what I like to call one of my Dollar Divas. And to all my returning Dollar Divas, thank you for coming on back to another video. So today's video is gonna be all of my Dollar Tree empties. With my Dollar Tree empties, I do everything. Anything from the Dollar Tree that I use up, I put in my Dollar Tree empties, not just makeup or beauty, just everything. And I think I end up doing one of these about every couple of months. Don't think I've forgotten about my regular empties. Again, another month where I just did not use enough to justify making a video. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't like using self-tanner, but I put some on just to try to use up some of my self-tanners that have been laying around. So yeah, it's just been a crazy year for my regular empties. I went 2.5 years always being able to have one every month, and it's just not been the case this year so far. Probably because I did separate my Dollar Tree empties from my regular empties. That may contribute to it, but anyways, I digress. Yes, it is my Dollar Tree empties. I've got a couple weird items that I justified putting in here as well because they technically used them up to the end of their life. And you'll see what I mean when I get to those. I will have any relevant videos or playlists linked down below, so after this video you can binge watch some more videos like this if this is your type of thing. So yeah, without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into it. So before I get into any weird items, I'm gonna go through like the normal items. So I used up this Jergens Extra Moisturizing Hand Wash. This is in Cherry Almond. And it smells exactly like that. It smells like cherry almond. It smells really nice. Dollar Tree always has these, definitely a good deal, for $1.25 if you need some hand soap. Of course, it's Jergens, that's a brand we all know. I have a lot of hand soap at the moment that I have from Soft Soap and some other specialty brands, Tom's of Maine, that I have recently found at the Dollar Tree. So I do not need hand soap at the moment. Otherwise, I would definitely repurchase this again if I was at the store and needed some hand soap. They do have so many, they do have a lot of selection, and there are scents that I like more than this. I love things that are almond scented, and cherry, I don't really like the smell of cherry quite as much. Actually, that's a weird thing about me. I don't like cherry Coke, cherry Pepsi. I'm not big on cherry. I like real cherries, but I'm not really big on cherry flavoring. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, like I said, it's not my favorite scent in the world, although it does smell good. So yeah, I would definitely repurchase this again, but probably will not for a while because I've got so much hand soap. So another thing I used up were these Gain Original dryer sheets. This came with 15 of them. I was just needing some fabric softener sheets, and I was in the Dollar Tree and saw these, and I thought 15 was a decent deal for $1.25, just because on a whim I needed them. I may have even paid $1. I might have bought these when my stores were still $1, so I can't really remember, but now I have a big pack that I bought at Walmart. But the day that I picked these up, I just needed something, so I did pick these up. If it was anything less than 15, or if it was less than 10, I wouldn't have picked it up, but I thought 15 was a fair number. So like I said, I have been loving the smell of Gain. I've been buying everything Gain scented lately, everything. I've just kind of gone back to this scent after years of not using this scent. Love it so much. I'm on a Gain kick at the moment. So definitely not a terrible deal if you're at your Dollar Tree and need some dryer sheets. And I definitely prefer this versus something that's not a brand that I know. So I preferred to pick these up versus whatever else was there that day. They used to have these, the brand is the Swaveltel or something I'm probably messing up the pronunciation, but they had these Heavenly Vanilla scented dryer sheets, and oh my goodness, those things smelt amazing. I'm still always on the lookout for them when I go to Dollar Tree. I don't know if they'll carry them again, but those smell so good. But yeah, love the Gain. Then I was in the Dollar Tree one time and needed to get a pack of these nighttime sleep aids. These you can compare to ZzzQuil liquid caps. And you get 12 gel caps, and a dose is 2. So really it's 6 doses. Not the best deal in the world, but it was one of those things, again, I just happened to be at the Dollar Tree, needed a product like this, and just picked it up. I try not to take something like this too often because the antihistamines kind of hurt my singing voice. They dry me out. And I needed the liquid caps because of my allergic reaction thing that I had going on to certain types of medicines. I found that if I take anything in a soft gel form, that doesn't bother me. I think I'm mostly over this whole allergic reaction thing. I think it was a long haul symptom of COVID that I had back in the summer last year. That's a different story. That's a whole other story, but I'm not having to take liquid gels as much. But yeah, I just picked these up because I needed them and try not to take them too often. So I probably will buy them again at some point, but really you're probably better off just buying a big bottle of like a generic at your drugstore or Walmart or something like that. So I used up an Ioni Everlasting Lash Glue, and I'm actually getting ready to use up, I think, another one as well. Love the Ioni Lash Glue. I do feel like they're kind of like half full compared to like Kiss or Duo, but for $1.25, you know, it's plenty. You know what I mean? They last plenty long enough. So yeah, use one of these up, and yeah, getting ready to use up another one here pretty soon too. Used up a couple sets of lashes. These are both Ioni. One is the Wispy Crisscross. I write it on these packages, and the other one's the Wispy Long Crisscross. And you will see that these lashes have just had it. They have been in shows, they have been in videos, and they are done. I use my lashes for an embarrassingly long period of time. But yeah, love the Ionis, of course, always repurchase them. These in the LA Color Jewel Eyes are my absolute favorite from the Dollar Tree. And so yeah, I've got like several boxes of Ionis, as you can imagine. So yeah, love these so much. Then I used up another LA Colors setting spray in one of these little containers here. And I will actually be keeping this container for travel, just because it's nice to, it's a great size to be able to bring on vacation. You can fill them up. A Dollar Diva told me that, and I didn't realize for the longest time that you could open it up and refill it. So I always keep one of these containers around, and I already have this repurchased. So, but yeah, I do like these. I like where they fit in my vanity. They're just very convenient. So I will always repurchase them. Even if they're not like the best deal in the world, I do really like them. And then I bought this a while back too. This is the LA Colors Hydrating Face Mist. This is in the rose scent. And it was just kind of okay. I don't really like need a product like this very much. Sometimes I will spray my face like to refresh my makeup if I have like a long work day. But a product like this isn't completely necessary. I do have this one here that I've had since last year. It's a Garnier one. You know, like I said, it's just not something that I use very much. I do want to try the cucumber scent. There's another scent as well, I think, like mint or something else, but the cucumber one, they didn't have the cucumber one when I bought this, but I would be curious to try it. So like I said, this is not a product that I'm going to run out and repurchase, but it was fun to try it. Like I said, I don't really use things like this very much. And then this is, you'll have to forgive what this looks like. I bought this a couple years ago, and long story short, I used like a dark blonde dye just to kind of like blend my roots with like the lighter part of my hair. I guess I used a demi-permanent dye, just something that would wash out after like a month. I used a 1-to-1 ratio, so the dye, instead of being like dark blonde, came out like dark brown. So I ended up just having to like dye my whole head instead of just trying to blend. It was a mess. I should have used a 2-to-1 ratio. Like I should have used 2 parts developer to 1 part color, and it wasn't really washing out, and I didn't really want to be brunette. So I heard that if you get a dandruff shampoo, it'll help fade your color. So I just went to the Dollar Tree and bought their Assured brand. Like I said, this has been in my shower forever. It didn't really work, but I was able to like highlight my hair like a couple months later and bring it back kind of to where it was. So I do not use this for dandruff, so I don't know how good it works for that. But you know, it was a nice shampoo. Nice, it has a really nice smell. Definitely let me know if you use this for your dandruff at all. Like I said, I don't really have that issue, but I did use it for a different purpose. But I finally used it up. I just kept it in there, and I'd use it like once a week or once every couple of weeks or something. So used up that. Probably will not repurchase just because I don't use this type of product, but finally finished this up. It had been sitting in my shower forever. So I had LASIK eye surgery about 6 years ago, and about 2 years ago I was given a prescription for some really weak glasses if I needed them. Well, that prescription has been sitting for a couple of years, and I finally decided I'm gonna go ahead and get some. Just sometimes when I'm, like if I go to like a show or a movie or I'm watching TV, I don't see quite as clearly as I feel like I used to. So I do have a pair of glasses again now after years of not having them. And I bought these. I bought these little pack of, comes with 12, and it's lens wipes. And it's probably not the most economical, but honestly, I'm pretty good about keeping my glasses clean. So really like once a week I might use one. So they're just a little 12 pack of wipes. They're convenient to like keep in your purse or something like that, or keep in your eyeglass case. They also have sprays as well that you can use with a cloth, but I really like the idea of a little wipe. You know, like I said, I don't use them every day, but I did go through a pack, and I have already repurchased these. So I have 4 weird items that are done at the end of their life. I'll start with the least weird. So this is technically an empty. It's one of these pens that I love so much. I've got one here on my vanity that I keep. I also keep one like over by where I sit on the couch so I can write down lists, you know, like grocery lists and all that stuff. So I always repurchase these. These are just like my absolute favorite pens. They're shockingly nice. Like it really feels so much more expensive. So yeah, I used it up. And one thing about these is they write perfectly until they die. Once they're gone, they're gone. So that's a really great thing. They don't like cut out and all that kind of thing. They work, in my experience, work wonderfully perfect. And when they stop, they stop. So that's really great. Love these pens. We'll always keep buying these pens. They're my absolute favorite. So used one up. I think this is the second or third one I've used up since I discovered them a couple years ago. I actually have 5 weird items. So then this is my husband's shower puff. We got this at the Dollar Tree, and you know, they eventually kind of start falling apart. So it was time to replace his puff. So he's got a new one. And so yeah, this is done. And then me and my mom were in Dollar Tree, and she wanted to buy me this for my car because I drive her around everywhere. My mom has a license, but she doesn't really drive. And so she bought me this at the Dollar Tree. So I had this in my car. I don't generally buy these at Dollar Tree. This does smell really good. It smells really, really good. Actually made my whole area where I keep my empties has smelled good for like a while. I don't think it's really cool to use these anymore, but I really like the leather scented ones. It reminds me of like my first car and all that kind of thing. So I usually buy them in like a 3-pack. But yeah, like I said, my mom bought me this single one at the Dollar Tree. So had it in my car, and now it's just been making my empties smell good. And then I do like to buy a lot of my brushes at the Dollar Tree. And I bought this one a while back. As you can see, it's been well loved. It's metallic pink, which I love. But finally, a lot of the little balls on the end of the bristles have started coming off. So now it's just kind of getting to where it hurts. So it's time to let this go. And like I said, I've had lots of brushes from the Dollar Tree that I've used over the years. So yeah, this one's just kind of done. It's just seen better days, and I've got several brushes now, a lot of which are from the Dollar Tree. And so yeah, this is done. I actually hauled one of these last year as a replacement for when I would need to replace it. But these make excellent, I use them as like a work bag. And when I tell you I stuff these things full, They are so strong, so good. I've had this one right here all year, and I have a new one for all my stuff now. Are these bags here? First of all, they're really big. I don't know the exact dimensions, but they're huge. This one's all wrinkled up. They come in like, I think black and gray, I think red, blue, and all that kind of stuff. And they're just these big totes. They have a pocket on the front. And this one here just started ripping towards the end of the year on the side. Still perfectly good to use. Honestly, the handles are on there. The handles haven't broken. I just had hauled a new one, and I was like, well, new year, new bag. I already had one. So these are wonderful and surprisingly strong. And so in the black, I think is just really sleek and cool looking, you know. And like I said, I keep all my stuff. I keep certain things in the little pocket, and then I have so much stuff in mine, like it's unbelievable. I have it sitting right here. I keep looking at it. But yeah, these are unbelievably awesome bags. And so yeah, so I've had my backup for a while, and now I'm using it. So I will have my empties playlists up here. My Dollar Tree empties, it's a new series, so I just have a couple of videos in there, but I also have my regular empties if you're interested in that as well. That way you can binge watch more videos like this. But before you do, make sure you share this video with anyone you think may enjoy it. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. Make sure you're subscribed, and let me know if you use, enjoy, don't like any of the items you saw today. Definitely comment down below and let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.